how much should someone still kind of like be prepared with general concepts and just like practice it so that if someone does ask them, they're not stumbling around or being like, I really don't know. For example, just like being able to explain that sin is an identity and using examples and simple things like that.
So I think people should always be somewhat prepared, obviously, but they should be like focusing on their testimony more than trying to teach somebody. Right? So when someone is like trying to preach and teach, I would say shift more to evangelism. Evangelism just means making the news be known. It's just preaching the good news. So how you do that is with the gospel. How you do that is with your testimony. And Revelations talks about this, overcoming with your testimony. So you can sit there and share your testimony. People are not going to question you unless it's something that's going to help them. For example, like, wait, so you're telling me like when you turn to Christianity, all your depression just went away? Now you can talk about that because that's your own heart. That's something that comes from your own like testimony. You're not like trying to teach the Bible anymore. If you're in any sphere, right? It doesn't matter, in any career, professional or not, you're not supposed to teach something unless you're studied in it. Then people pick up this Bible and go, I could teach it though. Like you can't even teach the basics of it though if you're not even like fundamentally understanding what the gospel is about. So that's why God says overcome with your testimony, right? Talk about your testimony. Okay, this is where I messed up. I used to be this guy, that guy, drug addict, whatever. And then people will sit there and go, whoa, like I understand what you're saying, but how did you overcome that? Now you're not talking about scripture to like make it make sense. You're now going, whoa, you overcame that. How does that God help me to do those types of things, right? And you're not sitting there like, oh yeah, look at how great I am. It's more of like you've now humbled yourself in like a humility, vulnerable space versus like, I'm so smart, make it make sense to me, right? You're taking it from like pridefulness to like humility.